Strengthening the response to gender-based violence in Mongolia project has been implemented since 2019. As part of this project, governmental organizations and non-governmental organizations joined together and implemented many kinds of activities to reduce gender-based violence. The closure event of this project was held on March 27th in Ulaanbaatar city. Building upon the context, situation analysis and strategic prioritization of the intervention areas, the International Development Organization worked with a range of stakeholders to increase access to justice for victims of domestic violence and advocate effectively for the improvement of DV legislation and related services and raise public awareness on gender-based violence and DV, their root causes and contributing factors, and provide information to victims of gender-based violence regarding their legal rights, available remedies, and protection mechanisms.
The focus is on capacity development along the justice chain in Mongolia. And so what do I mean by the justice chain? I mean, it means frontline service providers, services that are provided often by civil society organizations, the Authority for Family, Child and Youth Development, paralegals. It's strengthening those folks on the front lines. And the training there has focused on how do we put victims, survivors of domestic violence and gender-based violence at the center of our work, be it on the front lines or along the justice chain.
This project has been ongoing for 4 years, and as part of this project, 61 organizations from 19 provinces joined this forum in 2019, including the Forum of Civil Society Organizations. When it was first established, it had more than 40 members. We have a lot of capacity within the project, and we implemented 4 functions within the framework of the law and combating domestic violence. One of them was providing services to victims of domestic violence, empowering non-governmental organization workers, providing methods, conducting evaluation within the framework of the law and combating domestic violence and other laws, and acting as a victim's representative.
The project's goal was to increase access to justice for victims of gender-based violence by identifying the obstacles victims encounter in exercising their rights, extending and improving the legal aid services available to victims, and increasing the knowledge of victims and the general public about the rights of victims in case of domestic violence that incorporated a victim-centered approach through research, capacity-building training, and raising public awareness. Project activities are implemented in close cooperation with the Government of Mongolia, justice sector institutions, professional associations of lawyers, academia, and civil society. Mongolian civil society organizations are trained on trial observation in domestic violence cases, with a focus on ensuring victim-centeredness. International Development Law Organization trained 34 trial monitors, including CSO representatives, to conduct domestic violence trial monitoring for 57 criminal and offense trials, to assess the application of a victim-centered approach during judicial proceedings and compliance with relevant domestic violence legislation.
We jointly implemented this project from 2019 to 2023 in cooperation with the International Development Legal Organization. Everyone needs to understand domestic violence so that it can be prevented, because it's important to influence people's attitude. Trainers have been taught to impact this understanding to the public, and these trainers have passed on those skills to trainers from 21 provinces and 9 districts in regional format. These trained professionals organize the training in their locality.
International Development Law Organization is dedicated to empowering women and girls and ensuring gender equality through the rule of law. IDLO currently implements projects in several countries to combat discriminatory laws, develop gender-responsive legal and institutional frameworks, enhance women's access to justice, and increase women's empowerment through sustainable development and economic opportunities.